Hi, my name is Karina and I'm Austria's biggest fitness food blogger. I turned my hobby into my dream job, and today I'm sharing my 10 most valuable tips to help you improve your food photography. Make sure to watch this video until the end because the last 2 tips are really a game changer and help me improve my food photography a lot. Alright, let's jump right into tip number 1, which is light. Light is such an important thing when it comes to food photography. If you don't get your lighting right, your picture will not look good. You will have shadows in your picture, the colors won't come out. So when you shoot, make sure you shoot with good light. So what's good light? Make sure to use natural light. Don't shoot in the middle of the night with your kitchen light on. Don't use a flash. Make sure that you use a diffuser, maybe buy a reflector. It costs like $10 on Amazon, and then you can really work with your lighting and reflect the light back onto your dish. When you have your dish in the middle and the light is coming from one way, make sure to put a white sheet of paper or a reflector on the other side so you can reflect the light back onto the dish. This is really important. So no flash and natural light for your picture. Alright, tip number 2, shoot with a DSLR camera. It actually makes a big difference. Before I used to take pictures on my phone, and once I bought a DSLR camera, it really made a huge difference. You can just really get this depth effect. The crisp and clarity of the picture is so much better. I am using a Nikon D7500 for my pictures right now. Lens is also really important. For food photography, I suggest you use a 35mm 1.8 lens because like this, you don't have to stand too far away from the picture. You can be pretty close and you can get a really nice depth effect. So try, if you can, somehow use a DSLR camera. This brings me to the next tip. Find the right angle when shooting. When you take food pictures, it's not always the best to take them like this, because maybe the dish just won't come out the perfect way it could. Maybe try shooting from this side or from here. Try to move around a bit and play with your angle. Maybe every dish, glass and jar needs a different angle. So try to work with your food photography skills within different angles to really play around and find what looks best for that specific setup. Moving on to tip number 4. So it's important to have a consistent posting schedule. Your followers need to know what they can expect and when they can expect your posts. So make sure to set a schedule that fits for yourself. How many times a week do you want to post? Do you want to post 3 times a week, 5 times a week, every day? Make sure to stick to a consistent posting schedule because you will be confusing your followers if you post one day and then there's nothing for a week, and then you post 5 times in a row and then again nothing. That's really confusing. So make sure to stick to a consistent schedule also regarding timing. If you usually post in the morning, try to stick with posting in the morning because that's when your followers will be up and expecting your posts. So try to stay consistent within that. Next tip. Become super active on social media. Giving is living, and that's so true for Instagram. If you are very active, if you give a lot, if you comment a lot, if you like a lot, you will also receive a lot back. When I started, I really spent hours on the platform just going through other people's profiles, liking and commenting on their pictures. And once you do that for a long time, you really receive a lot of feedback back. So that's another really important tip. Just be active, be social. It's a social platform. My next tip is to build your own network on Instagram. Try to find other foodies that are within the same niche, have about the same followers as you are, and write them personal message, build personal connections. Like this, you can actually push and support each other like each other's posts, comment on each other's posts. This is something that will help you a lot once you get bigger, to have your own strong network of loyal people that support what you do. So make sure to really try to send personal messages and reach out to people, because you will receive a lot back. Next very important tip is join Instagram shoutout parties. This is a thing, especially in the food niche. People are throwing food parties where other people can join. Those are so-called shoutout parties. So if I'm hosting a party, then other people can enter with their dishes, and then I will shout these people out onto my Instagram story and the winner also on my feed. So this is a way you can actually grow your following. You can get more brand exposure off your account on other people's Instagram accounts. So make sure to look for shout out parties and enter as many as you can, because right at the beginning it's really important to get the word out, to share your content with other people, and it will really boost your Instagram account. Tip number 8. Tag curation pages. In the food niche, there are a lot of curation pages that repost other people's content. For example, there's the feed, beautiful cuisines, best of vegan food space. All these pages, there are a ton of pages like that, will repost your content. They sometimes have around 1 million followers, and if they repost your picture will get a lot of exposure, driving traffic back to your account. So what I have, for example, is a big Excel sheet where I have different categories with different curation pages, where I know which ones I can tag in order for a chance to get reposted. And reposts are really important. So do your research, try to find those repost pages, and then tag them in your posts. Now moving on to my last final 2 tips that really changed the game for me. Okay, tip number 9. Have a lot of beautiful props for your food setup. So for example, when I started out, I just put a blanket on the floor and the dish on it, and then took the pictures. It looked horrible, actually. Make sure you have different backgrounds. For example, here I have a marble background, but I also have, I think, 10 different ones, so I can actually switch it up. And then also make sure you have a lot of food props. For example, if you check this out, I have a ton of different silverware, reaching from forks, knives, to different kinds of spoons, to little tiny cookie cutters. So this is really important, because like this, your dish will look different each time, and it will look interesting, and people will want to see more. You find all of this stuff on Amazon, on flea markets. I found a lot of stuff in my grandma's kitchen. So just get creative, get a lot of food props, because they will really make your dishes unique and different. Tip number 10, also really important. Make sure you acquire an array of different dishes, glasses, jars, and everything you can find, because if you always use the same dish or glass, it will get really boring after a short time. And I have a ton of this stuff already at home, and it just makes it so much easier to switch up the style of your dish. It will look so much better if you just try different things, and it looks way more creative than always having the same thing. So these are really 2 important things. Try to acquire a lot of props and a lot of kitchenware to really boost your food photography. So these were my 10 most important food blogging tips. Let me know in the comments which tip was the most helpful for you. Also, if you have any additional questions, you can always reach out to me on my Instagram account. Just send me a personal message. Also, if you want more infos, I actually have a food blogging online course which teaches you everything you need to know. Link in description, check it out and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time!